But I'm like, no, too much hard work. Okay, golf is not easy. Les, I know you're watching.
It's the conversation through golf. I think that's what it is. It's just the art of conversation and hitting ball.
There you go.
Right? There's a lot of networking done on the golf course. It's got to be a reason.
It can only be with 3 people at one time, though.
There's got to be a reason.
Although
I network at the gym.
No, you're one of them. You're networking with 3 other people.
Now to tell you how much of a golf pro I am not, I went with 6 people.
That'll work out for
At
you.
a public
It
course.
was me, Gio, Freddie, Sarah, and Linda.
At a public course, of course.
Oh, God, that's even
Not
worse.
public course. a
No?
bouquet.
Bouquet. Ooh, the fancy
And
course.
I had 3 carts. You know, you're only supposed to have 1, maybe 2. I had 3, so they came out and said, Mrs. Santori, you know, you're not supposed to. I said, there's a lot of things in life I'm not supposed to.
If they're talking to the right one, and what he's not supposed to do is he's eating his grapes and drinking his wine through Publix.
Exactly.
Hey, how can
We love that
what is
story.
wrong? What is wrong with that?
I think in a past life you were royalty, and that's why you think I could do whatever.
It isn't that I can do whatever, but I'm going to do it until you tell me I can't. Now,
Exactly.
they came out and they said to me, you're not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, so.
Exactly.
do it
That's
anyway.
what I'm saying to you.
I said, call a cop.
And you pay for
Yeah,
it,
you
so
did
what's the
not.
difference?
Oh, because it really does hold up everybody behind you. When you've got 6 people trying to putt and they can't do it on the first or second one, and they're doing 5 and 6 times, I got to tell you, there's a line behind you.
To have the ranger come out and move you along.
Absolutely.
I don't know how to
You got to
golf.
break it up first.
I've never been golfing.
No, I only started like 3 years ago.
I'm not very athletic.
Oh, no?
I work out a lot, but that doesn't take a whole lot of coordination. You hold the weight, you pull it up, you're trying to pull it down. It's
First of all,
I have no
I'm
hand-eye
very
coordination.
athletic. I'm very athletic.
First of all, do
Yeah, I
you
love
think that if there's somebody behind me, I tell them, come on, play through. There were people behind me, and I said, come on. So we opened the sea.
Oh, yeah.
Six of us were
Okay.
standing there.
Who is that, Moses? You turned into
we were
Moses?
drinking.
You just opened up
We
the
were
water
drinking.
there, the sea.
We
and
probably
drinking.
closed the deal by the end of the game.
And we were
We had
drinking.
3 more shows going on air the next
But, you know,
week.
Exactly.
The problem is that we will not be streaming. We are recording the show, but we are not streaming. But you can still hear us on iHeartMedia app, and you can hear us at 12:30 a.m.
12:30
I don't know
a.m.
what's going on. But the bottom line here is that you take life too seriously, then life becomes
Exactly.
serious.
Too much drama.
Yeah. So I said to people, come on, shoot through, whatever. I said, you want to drink? And no.
He became the beer boy.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
no
I
wonder
can't-
one of those carts, it was beer. I knew it.
Probably.
Freddie.
You would fit in very well at our golf tournament.
It was
On the 9th hole. On every hole, right?
Yeah, every
we only played
Hello.
9. We were so drunk by the end of 9.
I love it. I love
And that's
it.
all he did. He
All
never
of
did the
you.
18 holes. He only did 9 holes.
I
That's
never
it.
played 18 holes at Boca.
Oh, God.
I'm too
course
drunk
not.
by the time I hit the 9th hole.
Nice.
And then they have a bar at the 9th hole.
Of course they do.
Of course.
Oh,
So
God.
That's
don't
why I
make
said
it
the
past
9th hole, because you usually do drink at the 9th.
Hey,
Then
listen,
you're done.
I look for any hole I can find.
I'm
Time
sure.
for a nap.
I've heard that one before.
That's why I don't take less there.
Oh, forget it.
Less will be
You'll
humping
done.
the greens and everything else. You know?
I'm getting a visual.
We visualize on this show way too much, right?
Oh,
Did you
jeez.
see yesterday, and sorry, we don't mean to embarrass you, but yesterday we
She's
had...
just sitting there turning red. That's
just
all.
trying
That's why I
Free
said
now.
that. She's turning...
Just turning red.
It's turning very red.
Uh-huh.
It's a good thing we're not streaming, but they will see the video. Yesterday we had Kim on here,
Yes.
and Les was so beside himself. He must have asked the same question 127
I know.
times.
So Kim was my college roommate, and she now is a personal trainer, and she does Thai body work. So she was
Okay.
explaining what Thai body work is when you lay down and she puts all her body weight on you to stretch out the muscles. Well, imagine how that
Oh,
conversation
my
went
gosh,
20
yeah.
times over.
Uh-huh.
So when I lay down, you do what? So wait, let me get this straight. When I lay down, you get on top of me and you do what? Right? 20 minutes of,
And
so
then-
wait, when I lay down, you do.
Oh, God.
And then he came
we
back over and over again saying the same thing. I said, Les, can we change the subject?
Yes. Please,
So
already.
finally, I ran to my car and I got some baseball spikes. And I said, can you wear this on him? I guarantee you he's not going to have an issue anymore after that.
It was very funny.
But it was really highly unusual. But that's why I don't play with Les at
Les.
Boca.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't
a
blame
fun
you.
show, though.
He's too perverted. Anyway, in the news, did you hear
Uh-oh.
in Las Vegas?
Uh-oh.
Who's going to Las Vegas?
It,
was
it was
Lorena.
Daisy. It was
Oh,
Daisy
Daisy
that was
went.
going.
They are holding the Black Hackers Convention.
Was it
The
Black
Black
Hacker?
Hat Hackers.
Black hat.
11,000 hackers
Really?
Really?
from the U.S. are there.
are making themselves public.
I was going to say, why
Oh
would
my
they bring their
God.
face to their
Hold on.
name?
The reason,
Kidding.
well, I'm going to get to that. The reason that they show up because they are working with the federal government to
Oh,
open up a
nice.
program last year. And the reason that I know this stupid fact is because they
It was
try
not
to
on
get
the news.
Geo to join.
Ah,
Nice.
Really?
Really?
And Geo says, I'm not a hacker. I'm not going to join. So I
But
said,
I'm sure
"Nah,
he
that's
knows
probably-"
code. He knows code.
I said,
doesn't
that's
he?
probably the 11,000 of them. Now, do you want to hear what these guys can do?
No.
They can hack into your car
They can hack into
while you're
anything.
driving.
Yeah, it's true.
That's really,
Really?
scary, right?
And they can drive your car anywhere they want. So if they take it to a field, they can do that. They showed it. So Chrysler had to recall 11 million cars
they
because
can
of the
hack.
hacking.
Wow.
And that's what these guys are there for. You know, the chip on your car is supposed to be so highly.
Yeah.
They could take a chip while you're at Walmart and you stick that chip in there and they have a gizmo and they shoot it to an ATM and they empty your account.
You're not going to get much, but okay.
Wow.
Good luck with that.
For
Good
this
to
one,
hate.
That's terrible.
it's unbelievable. So they're telling the public they are the good guys. They're here to tell you
They're going to protect us.
before the bad guys. But you should see some of the things that you can do as a hacker.
But that's how the bad guys start and get in cahoots with the government. Because if you recall, Catch Me If You Can, the movie.
Exactly.
He
you
was.
started with the government.
Wait, that's Freddie. Right,
That
and here
wasn't
we
me.
go, and now this is his
Yeah,
next
yeah, yeah.
career.
Because
Yeah.
you remember, he was forging the checks for Pan Am.
Right?
And now he works closely with how to prevent.
Well, it was either
Fraud,
that or he's
right.
going to serve 7,000 years in jail.
Exactly. So that's how it starts. The bad guys get caught, and then they get into cahoots
And
with
they
the
right,
government.
and they turn them.
Well, isn't it like person of interest as well?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Exactly. And there's another one too, Blacklist.
I haven't
Yes,
seen that one,
also.
but
Oh my God. You haven't seen the Blacklist?
Have
Oh,
not.
you are in for a treat. You have to watch that. That is amazing. That is a great
Wow.
series.
New show to watch.
yeah, new show.
New show.
well,
New show
summer
coming out.
reruns.
Two, it's been on for, I think, 3 or 4 seasons now.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you will love
That's
it.
with James Spader, right?
Yes. And he's amazing in it.
I like him.
I like him too.
Well, it's amazing what's going on around us. You know, the other thing is that the Olympics start,
True.
and
Oh
the
boy,
Olympics
is that
gonna
a
be-
topic, huh?
The Olympics is
I
gonna
heard the
be-
pool isn't ready. Is that true? The pool?
The
for
pool, the water,
The water
not
is
ready.
Keep in
Nothing's
the water,
ready.
right?
bacteria.
Well, did you
bacteria.
hear that they were supposed to clean up the beaches for this event? Did you see them? There's a beach in New York called Orchard Beach.
There's a
That's
beach-
cleaner than
there's a
this, and
beach
there were
this big
pampers
they
in that
show.
water.
It's god awful.
It's terrible. It's amazing that what the media can do to make it look good.
But weren't
That's
they
right.
supposed to
They
clean it?
find a space
Yeah, they were supposed to
this
do a lot of
big,
things.
and they
And
film it.
Yeah, well,
And they just walk around in
expand it.
circles. Oh wait, here's the volleyball court. Here's this. Here's the bar. But we're in a square area of this table.
Yeah, that's because they moved
looks
all the
beautiful.
crap out of there.
Right. It looks
Oh,
beautiful.
it's really bad.
But the funny thing about the Olympics is I'm sitting there and you know it's going to cost $22 billion for this fiasco,
Crazy.
They don't
which is
have that
probably
kind of
more
money.
money than the whole economy in Brazil has.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, if you have all these countries that have like China, they already have it built, right? And they bid so that they can make money.
Right.
So why don't you just use the facilities that are in place?
Because the other countries think they're going to make money, but then they're not ready in time. And then the Zika thing just threw it all out.
But hold on a second. So you rather lose 22 billion than to make 1 billion?
Yeah, I'd rather make the
But
1
they
billion
wanna-
than lose the 22.
They want to build state of the art, but
Forget about-
but here's what's heartbreaking. A lot of these countries that have hosted the Olympics,
Yeah.
those facilities are abandoned
Yes.
and in
They don't
disrepair.
keep
Did you see the one? Remember in China when they had that special Olympic thing called the
Yeah.
the nest?
Yes.
Do you know what they use that for today?
Storage?
Tourists go in there and they ride around the circle, the track.
Oh, really?
That's what they do. So I came up.
Segways in there.
We can put a Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
theme
they
park
make
right there.
$1.44 an hour.
Oh my God.
But I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm going to give you my theory.
All right, it's your theory.
So you have 200, 300 events in the Olympics. Well, how many events you got? A whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you hold a different event in different parts of the world. and then you bring the ceremony to one place. So then you use all the facilities.
But
Everybody makes a little scratch.
Production values, production-wise, that's a bit of a headache, no?
I got $22 billion to play with because this
Okay.
thing is a total disaster. The
But
medical
the other
costs.
thing, though, you've got all the tourists. You can't turn around and say,
Honey,
okay,
I can do more tourists in 12 countries than I can
but
in
they're
one.
not going to afford it. How can they turn around and afford to go
The
from
airport,
one place to the next,
the
to the next,
airport
to
in
the
Rio de
next,
Janeiro in
honey?
Brazil right now, they can't even accommodate the traffic that's coming in. So the people are sitting on the tarmac here in Miami. So they're not going to make any money. They're not going to get anybody in the stadium. You can't get in there. What are they using for security? The Army, who hasn't been paid in 6 months.
Oh,
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Well,
Lesson
same thing with the sanitation people.
What sanitation people?
Exactly.
They got,
They
they
gave
got
up.
Pedro and his dog.
It's all on the beach.
They're picking up. That's right. That's where they throw the sanitation on the beach.
There you go.
Exactly.
Throw it over.
Now I'm not gonna.
They
say,
haven't gotten paid either.
but I'm not gonna
They're
tell
in the worst
you.
recession ever.
I'm not gonna tell you that this Olympics is you can do that. I'm saying in future Olympics, you
Lesson
got 4
learned.
years
Lesson
to
learned.
use different venues,
Yeah.
create different avenues, and then you hold the ceremony. They don't want to
I
do
think you
that
should
because
present your idea to them.
I did. They laughed at me.
Okay, there we go.
Those bastards.
They also laughed at me about streaming.
See
right?
that?
And the NHL just signed a $2 billion contract.
They're gonna see. You need to patent that idea so when someone else takes it,
Done
it's
with it.
already yours.
right.
Done with it.
Trademark it now.
Done with
I'm
it.
telling you right
Staying-
here as we don't stream, but somebody's listening.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can always delay. I don't know. It's. I'm gonna fix this problem.
Somebody's listening to us though.
I bought a piece. Me and Gio are putting it in tonight, and we won't have this issues anymore.
Gio's
This
in
is
town?
He'll be in next week.
All right.
Nice.
The
Hi, Gio.
hacker
The
that
hacker-
he
the
is.
hacker.
Well, if anyone wants to give us a call to discuss Freddie's ideas and trademarking
Don't
it,
do that because you're gonna get hate mail.
no.
What's the number?
1-800-889-0267.
All right. Do you want to get to our guests?
I am so excited that we are now officially a discrimination-free zone. We have no more negativity, no more of those
Judgment.
no judgment, no F word, and it's not the F word you're all thinking of.
It's a 3-letter word.
We
not
just
a
accept
4.
everybody the way they are because everyone brings something positive to the world. Whatever it is, it's there. Just have to bring out the best in them. So
Gotcha.
with us, we have Sarah Potkin. I'm very, very excited, and don't be nervous because this is what we do,
No,
right?
I'm
So the
feeling good
past
now.
22 minutes, we've just been hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Feeling great.
We're good. And Sarah is, tell us a little bit about your title.
So I'm the director of operations for Discrimination Free Zone Foundation. We're a nonprofit based on all about anti-bullying, anti-discrimination. We go out throughout South Florida. We've done programming in New York, Connecticut, North Carolina. We're going out to California in September. And what we do is really we raise awareness and we educate not only our youth, our future, but we also educate in the workplaces, and we're there to support everyone
Wow.
and make the world a better place because our world is kind of a mess right now.
That's awesome. And I'm so for anti-bullying in the school system from a young age because kids do it and they don't know they do it,
Right.
and then it just perpetuates. And elementary school's bad, middle school's a disaster.
Well, you know, 160,000 kids stay home from school each day due to bullying
160,000
Oh my goodness.
across the United States.
across the United States.
I know I was one of them.
Right? I know my kids had their issues, and that was even before social media was at its peak like it is now.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. So, what do you do as far as social media and getting kids back to school?
So, you know, there's so many different things that are going on, and cyberbullying is like a really big issue.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy. You put something up on the internet, it's never going to leave. You might think you can delete it. I mean, there's all these movies that just came out that you're looking about high school students and they put up a picture that's inappropriate, or they write and they use the F word on a student that's trying out for it. There was a big thing on social media probably about 3 weeks ago on Facebook, and it was a girl that was trying out for cheerleading, and it was a hazing situation. They put her in like the cheerleading skirt and the shirt, and they gave her like an extra small, and unfortunately she was a little on the heavier side, and she had like, it just was very
I
unflattering.
have to tell you, that literally makes my heart hurt. That is so painful because I can feel her pain.
It's awful.
And then what do you do with that? She's crushed. She comes home. Now her parents have this all on them.
She's traumatized.
She's traumatized now for life. Honestly, this
Not
is not
only
a one
that.
event.
Not only that, but the rate of suicide because of bullying
Yes.
is at an all-time high.
It's actually, I was going to tell you, so that's one of my stats that I always pull out and share with everyone. Out of those 160,000 kids, this is like a rough estimate, 1 in 10 think about committing suicide. 1 in 5 actually try. 1 in 3 are actually successful.
Okay.
Oh,
Honestly, I just have like
It's
just
just-
chills from that.
It's horrible.
That is horrible.
You know, and the funny thing is that
Ah.
the way social media is today, you know, even before you put on your shoes and tie them, people know it.
Right.
So it's being discussed more. As a matter of fact, again with the Olympics, did you see
Right.
the female gymnastics coaches going to jail for 70 years for touching these kids, man?
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
are
What's
you?
wrong with people?
I mean,
Why
what
can
is
they?
going on?
Right?
This
Well,
is just ridiculous.
The other thing too, we just had this great big thing. Miss Teen, she ended up using the N word 2 years ago, but because it was on social media, much to what you had said, it never goes away, and they
Never
were
goes
able
away.
to pull it up, and now
crazy.
they're questioning whether or not she should continue to keep her crown based on using the N word. And there was another one too, also not too long ago, another incident that showed up on social media.
Well, like also part of going back to what you were saying about hacking before, you can hack a phone so easily, and the camera, you'll see a lot of people on their laptops, on their computers, they put tape over their camera now because you can go in and you see that. I've seen it online many
Yes.
times, and you see like someone's hacking a sorority house and doing like a pledging, and it gives sororities a bad name, and there's all these perceived notions about who and what everyone does, but then you have someone that's stupid, no, that's not the right word, sorry, that's actually a horrible word to use, but someone that's being,
frustration.
yeah,
Someone totally hacked into my computer at home because I kept seeing the camera light go on,
that's crazy.
and I'm thinking this is crazy. I could
Oh
see the
my
red light, and I'm trying to
gosh.
press the buttons, and then I realized someone's hacked into my computer, so I keep a piece of paper on it all the time.
Right, of course.
Wow.
Do you know that even though if your computer's off, you can hack and turn on the camera?
I think they did.
Yeah.
It can be
They
done.
can do
I've
that
seen
with
it.
your Xbox too.
Yep.
With the
Well,
connector.
Xbox is nothing more than a high-tech computer.
So that's another thing that makes me crazy. All these kids that are on Xbox, Xbox Live, it was one thing I never let my kids do because they're on the internet with strangers.
Uh-huh.
So you're interacting with people, you have no idea. So you're playing a game. Really?
Potential
All over the
pedophiles.
world.
Exactly. Potential pedophile. So that was one of my big things I did not let my kids do.
I never liked that idea. I never
But
liked
why
it.
is it so accepted? Why do people think it's so amazing? Do they not see the bad side of it?
I'm not
It's the
sure that it's
generation now.
acceptable by any means.
Thank you.
It's not acceptable.
Not for
But-
kids, for
but
sure.
Not
It's
for
big business.
anybody.
It's a
it's
huge
privacy.
business. That's what it is.
It's
It's
a privacy
business.
issue, though.
Right.
It's big business.
So, tell us a little bit more about what you're promoting, how you're promoting it. If you've got programs,
Absolutely.
share that with us.
So we do a bunch of stuff. We do offer a wide variety of different things. One of our big things, as I was saying before, is our future is our youth. So right now we're really, really pushing to do what we can for our youth and really educate and raise awareness. One of the things that we were kind of talking about before is we're doing a 5K next week in Delray Beach. It's called Stomp Out Bullying.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
all the proceeds that we raise during this event are actually going to providing programming, ambassador clubs in local schools. So remember when we were back in school how you'd have the after school sports club or the Latin
Right.
club or like arts and crafts club or what have you. So we do age appropriate programming. We start at pre-K, we go through college, we offer programming in workplaces. I talk really fast when I get going, so
That's good.
sorry.
You're passionate.
Yeah, no, good. I love
Very,
it.
very
I love the energy.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we need more people like that are energetic about and passionate about the violence.
Absolutely.
And this
Right.
is violence. It's abuse.
It needs to stop.
It does.
Plain and
So the
simple.
money you raise is going to go to set up
So-
this ambassador program.
right.
And how will that work?
So there's going to be there's a couple different versions based on what schools we're working with. We do things in high school, do things in middle school, but these particular programs, we're going to have upperclassmen lead them, and it's open, so say you're in a high school, 8th grade through seniors. The seniors and juniors are going to be kind of the presidents, if you will, of the club. They'll have a teacher mentor who's the supervisor, and you'll have a DFC staff member who will go and provide programming as well.
Wow.
And what they're really about is anti-bullying, anti-discrimination. They're helping promote the message and raising awareness. They take a pledge, which we have on all of our business cards, on our bracelets, and it says, it's very simple. It's, I pledge not to discriminate against others because they are different from me.
And I don't think people even understand what discrimination is on so many levels because you think just by saying someone's not intelligent or they're fat or they're skinny or they've got an eating disorder or they just didn't do well in school, Those are all forms of discrimination. So it goes all the way back to the beginning when the kids are young, of educating them on what's discrimination and what's acceptable and how you would want to be treated. You know what they say, that book, Everything I Learned in Kindergarten? It goes right back to that.
Well, it has to do with labeling.
Exactly.
Anytime you label anything or anybody, you're placing a judgment on it. And when you judge somebody, it's a very negative energy. And when you're judging, in all honesty, it's because you don't have high esteem for yourself. You have very low esteem. So,
But then I got a question for you,
yes, dear.
for Sarah. Then where is the problem lay? Does it lay in low self-esteem, being taught by parents?
That's where it starts. It
I
starts
think
with our
yes.
authority
Let's
figures.
let's keep going.
What do you
Okay?
think?
More.
What do you think?
I do think that in some cases, yes. I don't think in all cases.
Okay, but let's keep going. Let's go to the parents now. And if they express low self-esteem, is this what they're teaching? Is it in them? Is the problem there?
Most of the time, because what ends up happening is that the parent ends up having a low tolerance for what the child is doing, how they're behaving. So many times they have been taught, this is all conditioning, so they've been taught, what in the world is wrong with you? Can't you do anything right?
But this is her own self
And then
putting it in the kid.
exactly, because she has also felt that way because that's the way that she was parented.
That's right.
It's a
Then we
cycle
keep-
of
So it's a
abuse
cycle.
continuing.
then you
Absolutely.
keep, then you keep going because then she
Absolutely.
was taught that way.
But then there are some kids who I think just do it out of their own sense of not knowing or their sense of insecurity because it makes them cool. And the parents really had no part in it. The parents have no idea. So in some cases, really, the parents, it's not a learned behavior. The kids have created this on their own because now they're being accepted to a bigger group.
Well,
and
Sometimes
maybe
it's
it's
just-
cool.
It's power, though. It's a power play. So one of the ways that we end up getting more power and feeling cool, you're absolutely right, is through ego.
Right.
So if you turn around and you start bullying somebody and somebody says, yeah, okay, go ahead, go
It's
do
simply
that.
mob mentality.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mob mentality.
Because people don't do it on their own.
No.
It's in a group because they're more powerful in a group because
Exactly.
Safety in numbers.
exactly safety.
Well, I
in
got
numbers.
bullied when I was in 5th grade.
Oh my gosh, me too. Totally. I was
Oh,
always
the guy-
the larger
something?
child.
I think we all have.
A form of
Each and every one of us has had some form of bullying. I used to get bullied because these are my real eyelashes and they're really long.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I was bullied because I had a round butt. I'm like,
Because-
are
As
you
opposed to a
kidding?
square butt?
Because you're so beautiful, they didn't know what else to say. So let's pick on
I've
something
gotta tell
because
you.
you're beautiful.
Exactly,
Well,
and I know you've dealt with
I-
that too.
I got the guy who bullied me. I'll never forget. His name was Butch. And he, seriously.
My little brother's name is
And
Butch.
He
Puerto
ran-
Rico.
he ran me by the, no, in New York. It was in the Bronx. Bronx, yeah. And he ran me by the neck, by the collar. He used to make me run home from school to home. So my brother, may he rest in peace, came to me one day. This is about 3 days of this going on. I was crying. I didn't know what to do. This guy was twice my size. So my brother comes and says, "What's the problem?" And I told him. He says, "Do you want me to take care of this?" I said, "If you do it, it's going to be worse." He says, "What I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and punch this guy right in the nose. And he will never bother you again." This is my brother giving me advice.
Wow.
I couldn't go to my parents because they didn't even speak English. And I did it, and the guy never bothered me again.
Good
awesome.
Now, I'm not saying that that's the solution.
I
Right,
know,
but
I know,
that's the
because that's
scary.
violence and then more
I know,
violence.
more
but what do
violence.
you do? I'm going to reason with this maniac? Anyway,
We're going to go to break.
are we going to break?
We're going to break.
All right, we're going to go to break. 800-889-0267. Give us a call. We want to hear your thoughts about the conversation. And we shall be back. Are we dealing with the needles today?
No.
No.
All right, so we just put in a word for this show.
We'll see you in a few.
All right, we'll see you back.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. channels. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Have you ever had a business idea that you thought would be a great solution to tough challenges in today's world, but have no idea how to get started? You don't want to waste investment money on ideas that just don't work. Introducing Health and Wealth Seminars, a sophisticated advertising agency with over 40 years in the ad business. What makes Health and Wealth different from other agencies is they fit your product into the public's need. They help put together the strategy of your business before you commit thousands of dollars and just find out those ideas just don't work. Health and Wealth Seminars carry advertising contracts, radio and television contracts, and even a production service contract that will cover all of your business needs. Call today 954-303-9563 and let Health and Wealth Seminars carry your business to the next level. The number is 954-303-9563. And remember that what happens when you don't advertise is nothing. 954-303-9563 is the number you need to get your business started in the right direction.
Hi, it's Leah, here to tell you about Dr. Anthony Pinozzo. He's a pain specialist located in southern Palm Beach County, so if you are somebody that you know is suffering in pain, Dr. Pinozzo is the one you guys need to call. And make that call today, because living in pain is no way to go through life. Dr. Pinozzo has been in practice now for more than 49 years. He's treated more than 73,000 patients for pain. He's an expert when it comes to diagnosing the pain, and he has had huge turnarounds. In fact, people living with scoliosis, he has had nearly a 100% turnaround. Lumbar pain as well. If you've got lower back pain, if you're suffering with migraines or flat feet pain, maybe pain in your elbows, your neck, your shoulders, Dr. Pinozzo can help you. And the greatest thing is he can help you without drugs, without surgery, and without having to go through weeks and months of rehabilitation. Give him a call today. Set up an appointment. It's 561-381-5800. Tune into his show Sundays, 11 to noon.
Is your child's tablet time greater than engaged activity time? Are you seeking better wellness strategies for your family? Do you want to redefine what your family's quality time looks like? At New Dawn Health Solutions, we focus on the 4 pillars of health coaching: lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition to create a balanced approach to wellness. Together, we will open the conversation with you and your children on ways to empower healthy eating, increase physical activity, and set goals. Let's talk about the issues that are important to your family's health. Give New Dawn Health Solutions a call at 561-901-2854 or email us at dawn@newdawnhealthsolutions.com.
You're lunching with 2 boys from Brooklyn who invite you to advertise on the show. Share your good news. Just call 866-224-5422 and get all the information. There are plenty of options, and this could be a great chance to get the word out about your business or service. That's 866-224-5422. Now let's get back to those 2 boys from Brooklyn.
And you're back.
And we're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What kind of positioning is that? Is that the 2 boys
Welcome
position?
back. And we are back. There's
Listen.
so many ways to position. I can't even say there's so many ways. There's so many ways to say welcome back.
Yeah, well, Kim,
I did
think
keep myself
Kim-
clean.
I think Kim blew that whole thing out of the water yesterday.
See, everything I used to say, I now think twice before I say it on this show.
Why?
Well, because
it
Les has
always
taught
has
her
an
really well.
innuendo.
Yeah, well, Les has taught
Right?
you really well, right?
It's all
Because there's
about
all- yeah.
positioning, but then I say that about something else.
But
and
everything
you
in
mean
life is about
something else.
position.
Yes, exactly.
Or
true.
innuendos.
And that too. And if you put those together, what do you get?
Welcome
get a less.
back to 2
You get a
boys
less.
from Brooklyn.
Listen, you can catch us, I think, on Facebook.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's yellow. I don't know what that means. But if not, it will be posted later. And you can also hear us on radio.amp2tv. We have our own radio, internet radio deal going on. And in-house, we got Sarah from Discrimination Free Zone, which is now the Brooklyn Cafe now is.
Oh, I'm so excited. We are officially discrimination free.
That's right.
It's
And-
amazing.
And we have an event coming up. Yes, you have an
We do.
event?
Yep. August 14th, next Sunday in Delray Beach in Anchor Park. We're doing a 5K. It's a fun run, and walk. It's called Stomp Out Bullying. It's all about coming out, raising awareness, and raising funds to say, hey, you know what, we're going to stop this. We're going to put it to an end. No more bullying, no more discrimination. Let's start the school year off right. So we're also going to be having a back-to-school bash, giving out free school supplies afterwards
Wow.
in Anchor
Very
Park
cool.
as well.
So who are some of your sponsors? I know you've got some big sponsors working with you.
We do. So one of our big sponsors is ESPN. West Palm, they're doing a lot for us. They've
Wonderful.
gotten
Great.
involved.
Yeah.
We have Yankee Candle, we have Young Dentistry, we have Honey from Delray. We're doing a pre-party and school drive on August 12th, Friday night.
And where is it, in Delray?
On Delray on Atlantic. Honey, at Honey.
Where is Honey?
Honey is...
It's right past Swinton,
Okay.
Yes.
I know where
right
it
on the
is.
corner.
So they're being amazing. They've become a really good sponsor of ours. We're collecting school bags, school supplies, $20 donation. If you don't bring a backpack, we're going to have raffles, and we're getting 20% of all the sales from 6 to 10
Very
p.m.
cool.
That's
on
amazing.
Friday.
So how do they get a hold of you? Because you know something, we might have some listeners here who would love to donate to that. How do they get a hold of you?
So they can contact me via email on my cell phone. It's
Give
up
it
on
to
the
'em.
website.
Give-
My
give-
cell
give it.
phone is area code 203, Connecticut representing,
Ah.
414-6297. So the
Okay.
entire world now knows my cell phone.
Wha-
Or my email is Sarah, SARAH, at discriminationfreezone.org.
And you have a website?
We have a website. It's www.discriminationfreezone.org. You can go on our Facebook page. You can just Google Discrimination Free Zone and we will pop up.
You have an
Woohoo!
888
Excellent.
number, too.
We do have an 88
Let's
number.
give that one out. We shouldn't have given out your cell.
No. My cell is
Yeah?
perfect, actually. Much better than the 888 number.
Okay, then
for
we'll
sure.
keep it at that 203
So what are some of the things you do in schools?
So some of the things that we were talking about, we're launching our ambassador program, which we're really excited about. Again, like we're going to be having a club and we're going to be providing programming. We're going to be working with the kids to really empower them to create other programming in their schools on anti-bullying and discrimination. We're going to be going in and doing special events with the local schools, and we're really excited.
I want to come.
You can come. The more help we have, the better.
The boys and the broads are going.
We should go.
All right.
We'll
Sarah,
be
you-
there.
you have a home here, so if you want to bring anybody who's working on and they want to do a public statement or something, let them know they're going to be there. You have a mic, I mean,
Thank you.
We're here
That's
5 days a
amazing.
week. So.
Yes, we're here 5 days a week, and you know where to find me on Wednesday evening. So definitely, let's get your voice and your message out
Yeah,
as much as we can.
You know, and I have to say that, you know, we were talking earlier that all of us have been affected by discrimination in some
Yeah.
form or another.
Absolutely.
True.
And my youngest daughter is mentally handicapped. So I know personally some of the things that she has had to go through in terms of discrimination and also being sexually molested as well.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Wow.
I'm really in touch with that. Even to this day, I mean, she's going to be, 2 more weeks, she's going to turn 40.
Get out of
Your
here.
daughter?
You have a
Wow.
40-year-old daughter?
Wow. My youngest.
That's amazing.
That's her youngest.
That's my youngest.
Oh my gosh.
My
Is it-
oldest is 42. So, I mean, she has spent her entire life in the school system being discriminated against.
Yeah.
And, you know, at one point she was in school and that was inclusive. So, you know, they were off into their own rooms and they were doing their own studying at their certain paces. And to be honest with you, that worked really well.
So it wasn't an inclusion program?
It wasn't. And then we transferred to Maryland, and then it was all open. And I've got to tell you, the discrimination was just god awful.
Yeah, it is.
It was horrendous.
And it's a sad fact because of her circumstances. It just makes it even worse.
Yes.
And you know, it's a good cause.
It is a great cause.
There's never a
I'm
bad
amazed.
I'm
reason to
so
help out.
excited.
Right.
Good for you.
I mean, even if you bake cookies and bring them, anything to help out in this cause.
Absolutely.
And we'll be there for you, Sarah. whatever
Yeah,
we
and we'll
can do
stay
for
in
you.
close contact, and you have you'll have everyone's number, and you'll contact us so we can get the word out, whether you can come on or call in or whatever we can do.
And even if, you know, out there, if you just have in notebooks, right now you can get a whole notebook for like 25 cents.
17 cents at Target.
17
On
cents
sale.
at Target. Yeah. Now, get, you know, a packet of those, a packet of pencils.
Right. Any
And-
school supplies, or
Yeah.
if you can't come, any donations. Really, we're trying to raise about another $13,000 to really launch our program.
Oh,
so
that I am sure. With all of our listeners and
Yes.
our outreach
Yeah, that
between
should be
AMP
simple.
and NN, we should be able to get that 13,000.
And that's this coming Sunday?
this coming Sunday,
What
Sunday
time?
the 14th.
7 a.m.
It's actually
That's
next
2 weeks.
So
Sunday.
it's next Sunday.
weeks.
Yes,
Sunday.
excuse me, not this coming Sunday.
At what time?
7 a.m. The race starts at 7:30, and again, you don't have to run. It's a walk. It's a fun run.
And after the
You can-
run, is there going to be...
A back to school bash. Yep. So we're going to be
What time
having.
is that start?
That's actually, it starts at 7. It's going to go till about 10:30. We're going to be having all different programs. We're going to have bounce houses, games, face painting. We're going to have awards. We're going to have a DJ. It's going to be really fun.
We have
Oh
Dr.
my
Amy
God.
from Two Broads is going to be there.
Is Dr. Wacky coming? She hasn't talked
I
to
don't
me.
know about Dr. Wack, but Dr. Amy will be there from Two Broads from Boca, so she will help spread the message on our social media pages.
Me and Les do a show on Sundays at 10. So what we did the last time was we show up at 7, we warm up the runners, and we get people involved, and then we leave around
If only
9.
I could see that.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. It's a funny
Oh, that
gig, but
sounds
I'll
like
talk to him when
fun.
he gets back, and then we'll give you a call. But give out your phone number and website one more time.
Yeah, so my phone number is area code 203-414-6297, and our website is www.discriminationfreezone.org.
And I'm going to invite you to give us a commercial so we can play on the air, and we'll have Connecticut plug it in, and we'll run it for the next 10 days.
That's great.
And
Thank
we'll do
you.
a talk after.
Yeah.
We'll get giggles over here, Fluffy. That's her new nickname is Fluffy.
If only that were new, I
That's
have
what your
to
father
tell
gave
you.
you.
Okay, that was
He told me from now on to
49
call you
years
Fluffy.
ago. That's so not new. That's a lifetime.
He doesn't want me calling you anything but Fluffy.
Yeah, and that's what he does. That is a lifetime.
Lifetime of fluffiness. Okay, listen, let's move on.
Here I am.
Because you've never met Lorena.
I've never met Lorena. I've
And
heard
I want to
you.
talk a little bit about what Lorena does, because you know something, Lorena, we can use a whole lot of shifting.
Well,
The world needs a whole lot of
Oh,
energy.
the
yeah.
world
shifting.
needs a whole lot of shifting. You're absolutely
Yes.
right. And I'm Lorena Anderson, known as the Energy Shifter, a life and energy coach. And what I do is that I teach people about their own internal energy field, how to quiet the mind. You know, sometimes that mind, it doesn't stop. It
Oh,
just keeps
yes.
going and going and going. But this is something that you have to really identify. Is it always telling the truth?
It's so true. It is not. Probably more than not.
Yeah, because if it was really telling the truth, you'd never have this argument that's going on inside your head. You wouldn't have what I call the mental mob scene, okay? That keeps you up at night or has you in an argument for the next 5 or 6 hours after you've stopped talking to another person. And
Right.
or, you know, the best thing, say that you've had an ongoing argument with your mom and now she's, God rest her soul, up in heaven or whatever, and you're still arguing with her. You're still arguing 40, 50 years later, and you're still arguing with her. It's crazy. But what I do is that I teach people how to quiet that mind, how to relax back down into the body, how to connect to that, the purity of their essence, and how to tap into their higher power. What makes you feel good? So I teach people how to release, dissolve negative energy that gets caught in the body mind. You know, we're talking a lot about discrimination and judgment, and that all goes back to beliefs. You know, what do you believe about yourself? And many times, as we were talking, the low self-esteem. I don't believe I'm good enough. I don't matter. So what is one of the ways that you have the ability of putting yourself out there and making yourself matter? Well, let's go beat up on somebody because I don't feel very powerful, so let me gain the power from somebody else. Let me bring that power in from someone else. You know, let me make that other person feel really small and little.
And there's
because
power in words too. So the words.
It's vibration.
Right. It's
Because-
what you can say or physically do. Words are just
Exactly.
as powerful.
Exactly.
Maybe
And
even more.
they're both
Right.
both of them,
Yes.
because the words have a vibrational quality to them. And, you know, as an example, one of the things that I say is that if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. What do you believe? And if you go in and you start feeling, I can't, what does that feel like in the body?
Horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely horrible.
As if you've come against a block. You cannot move yourself forward.
Weighing you down.
You're totally done. You're stuck. Forget it.
You know what I say? It's like the whack-a-mole game at the arcades. You know, when you take the big thing,
my
people
favorite
keep
arcade
pounding you down.
Exactly.
Like it's almost the visual of you're trying to get out, and then someone goes, "No, you can't." And you go, "You're right, I can't," and they do it again.
But it's not anybody other than yourself, though.
That's it.
Yeah, you're
But you
the
can
one.
blame everyone else.
Exactly.
Right?
You're busy blaming everybody else, but really it's your own self. Now, if you shift that, shifting your energy,
Yes.
and I want you to feel like Ken. How does that feel? And that's what we have to do with the kids that are being bullied and everything.
Do you work with kids?
I do. I've worked with 14-year-olds. I've worked with the senior citizens, all the way up to 90 years old. But we work on the belief systems. What do you believe about yourself? Is it positive? Is it negative? Okay? And if it's negative, why would you want to do that to yourself? Because you're the only one who's hurting you. And not only that, but if you believe there's something negative inside of you, that's what's going to end up going out into the world around you, is the negativity. I mean, haven't we all been around people that are so negative?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sitting there going, every word that's coming out is something bad, something negative, based on judgment. Now, sometimes that is because they've been bullied, and what happens is that victim mentality ends up carrying on with them at every stage of life.
Right.
Then the other problem, though, that happens is that the victim becomes the victimizer, because it does that circle.
Right. It perpetuates. It keeps going. and
Exactly.
going.
So you could be, beat up, cut down, whether it's your words or physical. You're going to do that to another who's lesser than you, who you don't seem to have as much power, so that the ego gets fed again. Oh, see, I'm really not that bad.
See, I think we need to switch it, that being different is good. Change is good. Because even
Yeah.
if you're different and you're not bullied, you look at social media and you look at their stars and you're different. So I'm not good enough because I'm different from all of this. So you may not even be bullied. You've created that negative energy in your head. And then that
Well, we all come
continues.
in with core issues.
Exactly.
And those core issues, from what I work with all different types of individuals, I'm not good enough. I don't matter. Nothing I do is right. No matter what it is, I didn't get enough education. My parents didn't do this for me. They didn't do that for me. But in actuality, those core issues need to be addressed.
So how do we switch the energy? What are some of the things, the basic things that you can do?
It is identifying the good things that you did do, the accomplishments that you did, and then feeling it. Feeling it.
That's
You have
the
to feel
secret,
it,
but
right?
that's-
That's the
You
secret.
gotta
That's the
feel it.
secret.
Right, you're
You
right.
can talk about it all day long.
Absolutely.
I know more talkers in life than anything. Oh yeah, I feel good. I did. And they
Do you
don't
know
feel
something?
it.
Next time somebody says that, say, okay, so where do you feel it in the body? And you know
Yeah,
something?
Lorena does that.
Yeah.
She makes me look at my body and I'm looking at all sorts of feelings.
Yeah,
hate
no,
that
you're
stuff.
feeling all
So
sorts of
I'm
feelings.
That's
telling you, I know somebody's working with him. I'm texting you. I'm like,
And,
now I understand
you know,
the text.
It's funny when I was coaching. I used to coach kids from 9 to 22, which were men, in baseball and football. And I tried to explain to the parents my method of doing things, which was not put them out there to fail. It was to accomplish good stuff in different places. Because not everybody can be a pitcher.
Right.
Not everybody. And this thing about giving out trophies to everybody, I'm sorry, I disagree with all that stuff.
Completely agree with you.
And again, I don't want any hate mail. It's just me coaching. I wanted my people, my kids, to accomplish and to win. You can have all the parties in the world. Trophies were the ones that won the games legitimately. And I did that. Exactly
Good
what
for
you're
you.
talking about.
Yeah, because what we have to remember is that we've never done anything based on a thought. We've done everything based on a feeling, because we want to feel. We either want to feel more of this, or we sure as hell don't want to feel any more of that. Yeah, so we're always doing everything based on a feeling.
And
But then
think
when I
you're
turn
afraid
around,
to feel good. People are afraid because what does that mean? Does that mean the other shoe's going to drop and we'll feel
exactly,
bad again?
exactly,
Lorena,
and
we
that's
got
what they're
3
waiting for.
minutes.
So,
So what are we doing?
so
We got 3 minutes.
okay, so I want everybody here to think of one thing that they've done really, really good. One thing that they really feel very
That may
proud
take
about.
a while.
No,
You're good
well,
at
there's the
everything you do,
problem.
Freddie.
But that's the problem.
No, I'm just good at everything.
He is good at everything.
Just
no, I'm
feel
only
one of
kidding.
them.
Just feel
So,
one.
does everybody feel it?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what it is.
Empowering kids to swim.
And what does that feel like?
Amazing.
Where do you feel it in the body?
All over.
Put more attention in it then. Feel it even more. Feel it even more. This is how you shift your energy. What is yours?
raising my kids to be great adults.
And what does that feel like?
It's amazing to know that you've done a good job and they're awesome people in the world.
And what does that feel like?
It feels really empowering, like, wow, I made a difference in a positive way.
Where do you feel that in the body?
Right here.
Okay, put all your attention in there.
Yeah.
Really feel it. Okay, because we don't give ourselves credit. That's one of the problems that we run into. We don't give ourselves the credit. Connecticut, come on, girl.
I got it. The career I've had, I've been very detail oriented, whatever I do, so I'm very, very proud of that.
Awesome. And where do you feel that in the body?
Right here in near my heart.
I love it. So feel it even more now. Give it to yourself. We don't give it to ourselves. We look for everybody else to pat us in the back, but we don't give it to ourselves. And guess what? You can only give it to yourself because that's empowerment. What about you, Freddie?
I got 3 kids. 2 are mine, naturally, and 1 God sent me. 2/3 of them are finishing up school, and I am helping them accomplish that. The last one, Gio, is the new challenge, and I want to make a difference, and I'm pushing it and pushing to get it done.
Okay. So feel. What is your talent then?
You know, overcoming obstacles. You
Okay.
know, kids have a lot
So
of
you're a problem
obstacles.
solver?
That's my job.
Okay, so now feel that. What
every
does that
day.
feel like?
It's a good feeling, even when it doesn't work all the time.
No, you're going into negative. I don't want negative.
It's
I
a
want
good
positive.
feeling when it works.
No, you're going into negative again, Cap.
It isn't now, honey. It ain't
Feel
easy.
it. Feel it.
I
Feel it. Notice where you're stopping yourself.
Don't be a bobblehead.
Remember what you talked to
Look-
me about on Sunday?
I think
Listen where
Freddie's
you
one of the
stop
best
yourself.
problem solvers.
You know what it is, honey? Sometimes
Feel it.
I do feel it.
Where?
Just feel it.
Right in my chest.
Okay, now
It's like an elephant.
Now put more energy on it. The
Positive
good
energy.
feeling, the positive energy. Shift it into your positive energy. You have the
I
power
do.
inside of you.
Lorraine,
it.
Sometimes I don't have all the answers, but I'm looking.
It doesn't matter about the answers, honey. I just want you to feel.
Dream
I
it.
am feeling it. Trust me. I'm feeling it. Moving
Okay,
on.
now feel some more.
No, I am.
Okay,
I
no,
am.
no mouth.
Let's move on because we got 3 minutes.
I know.
Let's do the other thing.
Feel it.
I'm feeling it. Okay, you got it.
Okay.
We doing the other thing?
Do the other stuff.
What's your other thing?
The breathing stuff you do.
Ooh, okay.
Come on. We got
Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. All
Closer
right.
to 2.
Closer to 2. All right. What I'd like everybody to do is take a slow, deep breath into their belly, not your chest, into the belly. Okay, so pretend like there's a balloon in your belly.
It's like singing class.
Exactly. You're
Just
right.
gonna
It's
say that.
diaphragm breathing.
Yes.
Okay, now I want everybody to breathe out. As you breathe out, collapse the belly. Now slowly breathe in, fill up the belly. All the way. Now breathe out nice and slow and collapse the belly again. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
People are listening. Going,
Okay.
What kind of show is
I
this?
know.
Now come
Perverted
back to normal breath. And what's the difference? For me, I tingle all over.
Yes,
You do?
I admit.
Yeah,
Admit it,
okay.
yeah.
It's
You
definitely
feeling the
calmer.
tingling?
Definitely calmer.
Yes,
Later.
absolutely. What you've done is you've detoxified the lungs. The blood now is not constricted in the veins. They have the ability of flowing better. The other thing that you've done is you brought down life force. Life force is called prana, and that's coming back into the body, and it quiets the mind.
You gotta get out of your head. You gotta get grounded.
Thank you.
All right,
Nice.
all right, Miss
All
Brown.
right.
Give out your website phone numbers. 'Cause
Okay.
we're going to be going.
Lorena Anderson, the Energy Shifter, Life and Energy Coach. Telephone number, office is 954-647-5525, or call me on my cell, 407-340-0301, or email me at lorenaanderson@gmail.com, Laurina Anderson with an O.
Excellent.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Sarah, thank you for
Thank you,
coming
Sarah.
on. Discriminationfreezone.org.
August 14th at Anchor Park. Get
Choose-
in touch with us here at Two Boys, me at Two Broads,
Yeah.
or Sarah directly at
give her a call.
discriminationfreezone.org.
Give her a call, 203-414-6297. Thank you for stopping by. It's a
Thank
great
you.
course.
Welcome to
you.
our
Yeah.
non-discrimination cafe.
All right, listen, we got to go.
It's been a great day.
Lunchtime is over. Got to get back to work.
Back
Put that
to work.
sandwich and bagel away.
Wrap it up.
There we
I'll
go
see you
again.
tomorrow.
Wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a beautiful day.
That's about it for today's lunch break with two boys from Brooklyn. You're invited to join the break every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. So, if you missed some of the good stuff they served up today, there's more coming next time. Bring your lunch and the boys from Brooklyn will bring the smiles. And it's all live. See you next time. Now go and enjoy the rest of your day.